experience make them more equipped, keep them, you know, make them more equipped for this class than me.
Hmm. What do you think you could learn from them?
Well, I could learn.
If anything.
Yeah, because they have had the experience, I could tap into the experience by talking to them, and that would help me, I think.
So is there a specific instance that you could point to, whether it was in your classes or at home, that you felt that anxiety that you talked about initially at the beginning of our sentence, or at the beginning of our session? Is there a specific instance you could point to where you really felt that anxiety more than in another situation?
Well, well, you know, in my classes, one of our courses, when we're talking about ethical dilemmas and laws and the ethics and stuff like that, when they give, one of the students said, at my job, we have to deal with this, and this is what was done, this is what was said, and then somebody says, yes, at my job, and I live with that person, who is that, and stuff like that. So most of the students in my class, I realized that they work in these situations where they have gained some skills, they have some knowledge. So coming to that class, it would be easier to come to the com skills class. It would be easier for them to transfer what they have, the experiences, to help them pass this class.
So now I think I'm kind of stuck. What I really want to do here in this situation is kind of highlight the fact that, even within like the classmates' experiences, there's such diversity. You know what I mean? So like there's such different experiences that each of these people bring to the table. So there's a different experience that you can bring to the table that is unique, just like each one of theirs. You know what I mean? And I don't really know how to do that.
I think when you started going to, like, asking what do they require, like, how did you get into the program, kind of, and you were kind of going to like a strengths focus, which I thought was.
That's where I was headed too, and it totally veered. Yeah.
Because the fact that they got into the program, they brought something. I got into the program, I brought something.
And then that's where I was
some
going.
things are different. Some things.
Right.
Yeah.
And is having that experience a requirement to get into the program? No, it's not. I think I would have kind of headed in that direction, maybe. Like, why do you feel like your experience is inadequate? It's not a requirement for getting.
And then like I feel like the way that I actually did go, like from that specific point, was like back in a circle.
I think that's where you got lost.
Yeah, because we ended up being back where we were. So anyway, I think.
We have to go.
Yeah. So our time today, unfortunately, we did get some really good insight. We talked a lot about your insecurity or anxiety being with your classmates, and maybe next session we can go a little bit deeper into that, or if you're so inclined, we can move on or go back to any of the things we talked about. So next week, same time, same place, work.
Very well.
Sweet. All right. We have like 2 minutes.
You didn't fidget at all.
Woohoo! I was like,
You were like,
Notice what she did?
like you were calm.
my knuckles were white.
She was telling.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, there was a little movement, but it wasn't like
Like
fidgeting.
No,
It
it wasn't
just,
like playing with your ring like last week and all of that.
So anyway.
But yeah, I liked that you started out with the summary, and then you had the minimal encouragers, like, you sat back and let her talk, and then the strength, going in for the strengths, like, I thought that was really good. Open questions. So I didn't read this form until I just started filling it out, and it's
Yeah.
kind of confusing.
It's
So
like
instead of giving reflection to the counselor, it's
Well, that's so
different.
many things. I think the client is the counselor. Is it the client? Because you are supervising who? You are supervising the counselor. because you're acting in
Right.
the capacity as supervisor. So I think
So
she
I'm
would be
supposed to be
client.
giving-
That's my take
We're
on it.
supposed to be giving feedback to the counselor, but the questions are a little odd.
There,
This
it's for
time.
us to like pick out for ourselves. You know what I mean? Which is really, really.
But then
weird.
if it's, I'm the person completing the form,
That's
I'm not the
super
interviewer.
weird. Yeah, that's
too.
really weird.
It's-
I'm just gonna keep it the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, we're just giving it to each other anyway, right? Or
Yeah, I mean, we all understand our notation, right?
Yeah,
Like,
we
this is
we
completely
discuss
for
it
you.
anyway. We
Yeah.
discuss it anyway. So
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
anyway.
So in terms of like, I don't know, I don't like the way the question's worded, but I think identifying the underlying, why is this feeling of,
that is where we are stuck, all of us.
yeah,
That's where we are stuck, all of us.
why do you feel like that you don't have enough?
Mhm.
You're not bringing enough to the table. You have like almost 20 years teaching experience, so you have helpings. You know what I mean? I think I would
Mhm.
draw out. I mean,
Yeah,
I
definitely.
guess that would be issues to explore in future sessions.
For sure.
Just continuing
Yeah,
on
yeah,
that
yeah,
path is what I'm
definitely.
thinking.
Yeah, that makes sense. Awesome!
Right. I know. See, it's
Alright,
good.
I'm gonna give this to you right now.
Today was
Oh, yeah, let
better.
me write it.
Today was
Yeah.
better. But what? I don't write much.
That's okay, we talk about it a lot, so.
Yeah, we talk about.
I honestly think that it's gonna get to a point where, like, we don't really need to write anything, unless
I
you guys
know, I
really
wonder if we
want.
need-
I
Because,
don't
like, I
know.
very much,
You don't need to write because we have discussed it.
I was gonna say, if we have discussions, I don't need notes, like,
Yes.
I don't need to get them, like, I don't know. If you guys still need them, like, I'm absolutely willing to oblige, like, for
Okay.
sure. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't need the notes. I don't look at the notes after you have
Yeah,
given
up
to
until
me.
the last day of, like,
Because
you
we
guys-
discussed it so much. So
Yeah, so, anyway, that's cool.